Hey there, we are in Times Square, New York City, Midtown Comics. Of course, it is Wednesday. It is New Comic Book Day. You can see that the store is filled with happy fans that are eagerly anticipating picking up all of their weekly books, and hopefully you guys are super excited for some cool books too. It's a good week in the world of comics. We got a lot of really big releases. So we're going to go through, if you've never watched before, we're going to walk along the entire new release wall. We're going to talk about some of the hottest new books that are coming to you guys this week, and then we're going to stop at the end. We're going to have a special guest this week, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to keep it a surprise. And then we're going to talk about a bunch of the new releases. So we're going to get started right off on the side, and we've got the staff picks of the week. Now, first off, Fonz is going for Buffy Season 11, Giles, #1. Now, this is really fun. It's a silly book. It sees Giles literally brought back to high school, so really fun if you're a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Then we've got Miguel picking all new Wolverine. This issue's got a very cool team up with Deadpool and Laura herself. Then we've got Izzy going with Saga. She's a big Saga fan. Happy to see it back on the stands this week. Sarah went with the new issue of Twisted Romance. Very cool series. Closing up this week. And then we've got the brand new issue of Black Panther for Bunny. Of course, Bunny's a big Black Panther fan. She loves the movie, and she is really excited to check out what goes on in the books. So we're going to walk through and talk about the books. First off, we've got that Buffy Season 11, Giles #1. Now, we've got a couple different covers here. We'll show them off. Very fun story. If you are a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's nice to see Giles finally getting his own story to tell, and I love this Jenny Friesen cover right here. Then we've also got the latest issue of ElfQuest, issue #24. Very cool series. And then we've got the second issue of the new Hungry Ghost series from Burger Books. Anthony Bourdain, of course, the famed chef, contributing to that book. Now, as we hit DC, it's a very exciting week, and what I'm excited about is this new book right here, Mara, Queen of Atlantis. You'll hear me talking about it a little bit more in a little bit, but it's Mara getting her own book for a 6-issue miniseries, and I'm very excited. Dan Abnett, of course, has done an amazing job on the Aquaman book, so it's great to see him telling a story just for Mara. Now, as we continue on, we've got the brand new issue of Batgirl. Cold Snap continues. We see the Penguin, and we see Batgirl on ice, not looking too good for Barbara Gordon. And then we have the brand new issue of Batman Beyond. A couple cool covers here. I love this Dave Johnson cover here. I think that's super awesome, of course, showing the stages of the Bat. Now, as we move on, we've got the brand new issue of Detective Comics. It's a bit of an oversized issue, issue number 975, as we see the trial of Batwoman. I'm going to talk about that some more because, okay, this book's getting me going. This has a lot going on, and I'm really loving it. Then we've also got the reprint edition of Batman White Knight, issue number 3, and the reprint edition of Dark Knight's Metal, issue number 4. So if you're behind on these super popular books, now's your chance to pick them up once more. Then we've also got the brand new issue of Gotham City Garage, issue number 10, looking very cool, very action-packed series. And then we've got Blue Beetle, issue number 18, a couple different covers here. I do play favorites, so I'm a big favorite of Scott Collins. I love his art, and I love what he has done with the Blue Beetle series this last year and a half. We've also got the brand new issue of The Demon Hell is Earth with some fantastic art by Dave Walker. Then we've also got Doom Patrol, Justice League of America. This is the end of the Milk War storyline, part 5. Very exciting arc if you are a fan of the Young Animal imprint of books. Now, as we move on, we've got the brand new issue of Flash. We've got a couple different covers here that I'm going to show you real quick. But right here, that's my man, Wally West, front and center. You know I'm going to talk about this more because I love it. Now, we've also got the brand new issue of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, but I really love that Kyle Rayner is taking center stage on this very cool cover. We've also got the brand new issue of Hellblazer, as well as Justice League of America, New Life and Death. It is a brand new storyline where we see the return of Lord Havoc, who, of course, 1 year ago was taking on the entire Justice League of America. So we get to see a nice follow-up to that series in this Exercise anniversary issue. We've also got the brand new issue of Rough and Ready and the second issue of The Silencer from John Romita Jr. and Dan Abnett. Very cool series from the New Age of Heroes, talking about a brand new character that I think is totally cool. We've also got this amazing cover. Like, let's just look at this cover, and that is a really cool cover. Really clever design, as we have the brand new issue of Suicide Squad, issue number 36, United States of Incarceration. Well, that's right up the Suicide Squad's alley, I would say. Now, we are going to bring it up, and we'll talk about some of the graphic novels coming out this week, including the hardcover collection of American Gods Shadows. Now, this is a really nice trade dressing, of course, one of Neil Gaiman's most popular and critically acclaimed works, now on TV. And now, in a nice hardcover graphic novel form. We've also got the Tomb Raider Library Edition. Let's just show off this big, giant, amazing hardcover. Really great if you're a Tomb Raider fan or if you're looking to get into the franchise before the new movie comes out. Pretty soon, in just a couple months. We've also got Batman Superpowers, reprinted edition of Batman Confidential. Some cool stories there by Mark Guggenheim. We've also got the Jack Kirby 100th Celebration Collection. Now, this is all of the one-shots that were produced last August that were honoring the legacy of Jack Kirby from some of today's greatest creators. We've also got Volume 5 of Justice League Legacy, as we see the Justice League of the future has been brought back to the present day. Some cool stuff going on there. And we also get to see the rise of Aqualad in Teen Titans Volume 2. If you haven't been checking it out, it's great. We got Calderon in the series from Young Justice, and I really like Young Justice, so I'm happy about that. Now we have the brand new issue of Action Comics, issue 998. We are getting really close to 1,000, and I am really excited for what goes on in this book. We've also got the second issue of the new Raven Daughter of Darkness miniseries, a 12-issue miniseries. It's hard to even call it a mini. Really should be a maxi, but it's really fantastic. Now, a double dose of Titans goodness is right there, as we've got Teen Titans issue number 17. Some really cool stuff going on here. Ben Percy's been having a great time. And then we've got the brand new series, The Terrifics. I have been waiting for this book since the summer. I am so excited. This is great. We've got a stretchy dude, a rocky dude, a smart dude, and an invisible woman all teaming up. It's some revolutionary stuff, and it is really exciting. I'll be talking about that in a minute. We've also got the brand new issue of Wonder Woman, Amazon's Attacked, past tense. Of course, that's a fun reference to the Amazon's Attack book that came out, what, like 7-8 years ago now? So it's really cool to see them referencing that, and I'm really excited to see where this story goes on. Now, as we move on along the wall, we've got a bunch of cool books. Starting off from Vertigo, we've got Imaginary Fiends, issue number 4. Very cool series. I always want to call it Friends, but it's Fiends because they're evil. They're mischievous. Yeah. Then we've also got the brand new issue of Motherlands, issue number 2, as well as the brand new series from Black Mask The Wilds. Very cool. We'll show off a couple different covers here. Great series. We'll have some more to talk about with that book in just a little bit. Then we also have the brand new issue of Exo Manowar, issue number 12. You know that Exo's always got tons of covers. Let's see. A couple different covers here. This is my favorite. This one's beautiful. I love it. It's really cool. And Exo Manowar was, of course, a really cool series. We've also got a reprinted edition of Gears of War, The Rise of Ram, issue number 1. If you did not check that out, well, here, try again. We've also got G.I. Joe, the $6 Million Man, a couple different covers here. I'm particularly fond of the John Cassidy cover. And we've got a lot of G.I. Joe this week because we've also got the brand new issue of G.I. Joe Real American Hero, issue number 249. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got a reprinted edition, that's right, second printing of 247. So that's pretty cool to see that G.I. Joe has just been really captivating people with this new interpretation of Snake Eyes and a new adventure. We've got some cool stuff as well with The One, The Last Word and Superheroics, The Big Sleep, number 1. Then we've got Rom and the Micronauts, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 79. 79. A lot of eyes on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now with some cool new stuff going on in the animation. You want to check out the real goodness, you got to check out the comics. Then we've also got Transformers Lost Light, as well as the Optimus Prime Annual, and if you're a complete aficionado, you got to keep going. We got to complete it. We got the brand new issue of Optimus Prime, issue number 16, and then we got Transformers versus Visionaries from Magla and Visaggio. So this is an awesome, assortment of Transformers books if you are a diehard fan of mechanical things to transform into other mechanical things. We've also got the brand new series, The Beef, and this book is weird, and it is cool. And it's awesome, so you guys should check it out if you want to just, if you're kind of twisted, you got to be a little, I think it's, oh no, it doesn't say it, but if you're a little twisted in the head, you'll check this out. Now we'll bring it up, we'll talk about some more graphic novels. We've got the new collection of DMZ, Volume 4 from Brian Wood and Riccardo Burchielli. Then we've also got Menage a Trois, a very fun series, of course. We've also got the Metal Gear Solid Omnibus. Now, this is very cool if you are a video game fan like myself. We've also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ghostbusters 2. That's right. They have crossed over before. They have crossed over again. And I am really excited to have it in a nice collection now. Very fun series. We've also got the first volume of Crosswind from Gail Simone and Kat Staggs, as well as the latest volume of Jim Zub's Glitter Bomb, the Fame game. This is collecting the second series of the Glitter Bomb franchise, I guess we can call it now. It's got multiple books. We've also got Avengers Academy, the Ultimate Collection, or the Complete Collection as they call it here, as well as Uncanny Avengers. This is Stars and Garters. This is the Marvel Legacy stuff, and it's got a team up between Wonder Man and Beast, so it makes me happy. That's all I ever need. We've also got the Adventures of Captain America being collected. A very fun Kevin Maguire cover. You know, you don't get a lot of Kevin Maguire Marvel art, so always cool when you see it. Now we'll bring it down. We've got the new issue of Days of Hate. This is Chapter 2 of 12 from Alice Cott, as well as the latest issue of Gasolina and Hack/Resurrection. Then we have the brand new issue of Motor Crush, issue number 10. A couple different covers here. Really fun series. And then we have the brand new issue of Rat Queens, issue number 6, as well as the new issue of Donny Cates' Redneck, a very fun series. If you haven't been checking out Donny Cates' work, you're missing out because he's one of the hottest writers in comics right now. We've also got the brand new issue of Royal City, as well as we mentioned before, the return of Saga. Now, one of the books that everybody's talking about this week is, of course, Spawn number 283. It's already sold out online, so if you guys want to check out what all the fuss is about, you got to pick up the book. Todd McFarlane's got a lot of big plans coming up as he announced a lot of things at Image Expo that he's going to be doing with his own imprint of books at Image. We also have the brand new issue of Throwaways, very cool series, issue number 12, as well as the brand new issue of Ray Fox's Under Winter. And we bring Image to a close with issue number 4 of Void Trip from Ryan O'Sullivan and Plaid Klaus, a very fun series, very cool, weirdly trippy, appropriately. Now we also hit Marvel. Marvel's got a lot of stuff this week, so we're going to go through, and we're going to go through it quick. We've got America, issue number 12. Gabriel Rivera, really cool cover here with Joe Quinones art. I love this cover, and I really like the America series. A big fan of it since day one. We've also got Avengers No Surrender. Now, first, you'll see a couple different reprinted editions. Of course, the fans have been clamoring for No Surrender. We've been selling out like crazy, but don't worry, guys. We got the reprints. Look at how pretty the reprints are. Pick up the reprints. Pick up the story. Find out what's going on so you can catch up for this week's issue number 682. 682 of Avengers. And Al Ewing, Jim Zub, Mark Waid are doing an amazing job with the story. We've got a really cool adventure as we see Hawkeye and Red Wolf pulled into the fray of the fight, and we'll talk about that more a bit. We've also got the new issue of Avengers Infinity War Prelude. This is building up, of course, to the brand new Infinity War movie coming out in a couple months. We have the new issue of Black Panther as well, issue number 170, and what I like here is Ta-Nehisi Coates takes the time to do an interview with Ryan Coogler, of course, the director of the #1 movie in the world, rightfully so. Then we have a future superstar right here, Captain Marvel. Of course, you know, we're waiting for her movie, but in the meantime, we've got these amazing books like Captain Marvel 129 from Margaret Stoll. And then we're going to talk about some of these collections, like the brand new volume of Deadpool, Despicable Deadpool now. And this is Deadpool Kills Cable, and he does it, and it's cool. And the book is awesome. We've also got the brand new volume of Squirrel Girl with one of the best titles of anything in the world. I've been waiting for a squirrel like you. You see? They're fun. I like that. They're always enjoying themselves. And we've got Kraven the Hunter on the cover. Who doesn't love Kraven? We've also got Star Wars Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu being collected together. This was, of course, a miniseries that they just ran that focused on Mace Windu. We've also got the brand new issue, or the brand new volume of Unstoppable Wasp. If you're excited for the new Ant-Man Wasp movie, you can see that both Wasps are in this book. So this is how you kind of get your fill. We've also got Weapon X. This is the Weapon Age storyline that captivated audiences over the summer. We've also got Legion, Son of X. A lot of X's here. And this is the second volume of the series that ran a few years ago, the X-Men Legacy book. Really cool stuff. We've also got a brand new Epic Collection of the New Mutants. Now, this is New Mutants Epic Collection Volume 6. This is The Curse of the Valkyries. Some crazy stuff. Of course, you know that they really did some interesting things with the New Mutants as time went on, and Danny Moonstar in particular had some great stuff going on with the Valkyries and all that in Asgard. So now you can find out how that happens. Now we will bring it back down to the new releases, and we've got the brand new issue of Champions, issue number 17 of the series. As we see the recruitment drive kind of going on, we see the team trying out some new members. We've also got the brand new issue of Deadpool, issue number 295, a very cool cover here as Deadpool just smashing away the planet, which I think is fun. And then we have the brand new issue of Doctor Strange, issue number 386, tying in with the Damnation storyline. And we also have issue number 25 of the Unbelievable Gwenpool. It is unbelievable that this is unfortunately the end of the title. It's been a lot of fun. I love this meta cover. Really great series. We have the brand new issue of Lockjaw as well. And this is not only brand new, it's brand new. It is the first book in the new Lockjaw series. Daniel Kibblesmith, who you guys will know from his time on Quantum and Woody, he has now taken his hand at everybody's favorite giant teleporting dog. If you have a different favorite teleporting giant dog, I'm really going to question who you're hanging out with. Then we have the brand new issue of Iron Man. A couple different covers here. We've got that cool Hulk one, but I'm also just a big fan of the main cover as well, as we see Tony Stark kind of appearing behind the mask, as we know he's going to be appearing in the books as well, building up to 600. We also have the brand new issue of Jessica Jones, issue number 17. Really nice cover here from David Mack. If you guys haven't been checking out the series, it's Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaius have been doing a really great job from day one. It's their creation, and it's great to see them really doing a great job with the series. We've also got the brand new issue of Moon Girl, issue number 28 with the Fantastic 3 storyline, and we have the brand new issue of Moon Knight as well, issue number 192 from Max Bemis and Jason Burrows. Then we've got a bunch of cool Spider books. First off, we've got the brand new issue of Spider-Gwen. Then we have the brand new issue of Spider-Man versus Deadpool. And then we've got a big one right here. That is the supersized issue number 300 of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. That is right. Simply spectacular. Absolutely incredible. And also with one of my favorite Hulk variants, because this, of course, references back to the Secret Wars, which I think is really cool. Really fun series. If you guys haven't been checking it out, now is a great time. There's a lovely blank edition if you guys want to go to a con and get some cool Spider-Man sketches done for you. But the book has been so much fun. Chip Zdarsky is doing a great job, and Adam Kubert's art is truly fantastic. So very happy to see that series hit this lovely landmark. Then we've got the brand new issue of Darth Vader, issue number 12. We've also got the brand new issue of Thanos. Now, you'll see it says limit 1 per customer. Why is that? Because this book is crazy. And this is the kind of crazy that we're already sold out online. And if we don't do this, it's going to be gone in about 30 seconds. As it stands, this book has been flying off the shelves, and I'm really excited to see what people think as we find out the origin of the new Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now we have the brand new issue of All New Wolverine with a couple different covers here, including this very cool Hulk variant, as of course, an homage to the first appearance of Wolverine. We've also got the brand new issue of Legion, as well as the brand new issue of X-Men Blue. And then we've got Previews Magazine. So it is a big week, and we've got a special guest here that I think everybody will say hi. We've got Vita Ayala.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I am very excited. Now, of course, you're here. We've got your book. We've got The Wilds debuting from Black Mask, hitting stands today.
Yeah, that's right. It is the #1 issue. There are 2 covers for it. One of them illustrated by the interior artist Emily Pearson, my partner on the book, and the other done up for us by Natasha Altarisi, who does Heathen. Great book as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say except that this is it's a pretty rugged book. So it's not for kids.
No, this book is, yeah, as I was reading through it, I was like, oh man, no, this could be totally like acceptable. And then there's like a point though where you're like, no, like keep the kids at home for this. It's good though. It's really fun. So it's like a bit of a post-apocalyptic mystery, as we seen the Earth is not looking too good. It's looking a little wild. The cover is actually very clever, hinting at what's going on.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. We wanted to do a book that was post-apocalyptic but still beautiful. Mm-hmm. That was very important to us because often nature is portrayed as kind of like bleak and desolate when you have, humanity in crisis. But know very well from experience living in a city and seeing kind of overgrown lots that nature does not care. Like nature will grow again and
Yeah.
become wild and beautiful. And so we wanted to kind of use the environment to also be a beautiful menace towards the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's really cool. We've got a very cool lead with Daisy. Daisy is a runner. She's basically almost like a scavenger. You know, she's kind of like the negotiator. She goes around and she grabs the supplies for her people, which I think is cool. And I like that she feels this real responsibility. She isn't, you know, a lot of the time we kind of get that, oh, you know, just one last job and then I'm done. But no, she's putting her foot down. She wants to do this.
Yeah, she's not Danny Glover or Han Solo. That is not who she is. She, before the end of the world, she was in medical school. She's always wanted to help people. And after the end, she kind of found herself in a situation where she made a real difference. So the runners are kind of like, if you mix like the USPS with like black market, like that's what the compound and the runners are. And they go out and they ferry kind of supplies and also people and messages between walled off settlements of humanity. And without them, humanity could not function in the way that it does. So you could not have, for example, she in the beginning of the book has just finished a run where she's taken medicine to one of the settlements and saved the life of a little girl because she brought the medicine. That without runners, that little girl would have died.
Right.
So she really believes in what she's doing. She really wants to help people no matter what it is. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't really think about herself in the equation.
Yeah.
And that tends to be the case with all of the runners. They're put into a situation where they're exploited, but without them, also, we would die. So there's a lot of pressure there.
So she's the whole selfless hero, but she's not only selfless. They're like, no, but can you do this extra thing too? I know you did so much for us, but can you do that little bit more?
It's like every worst job that you've ever had. It's like if you've ever worked in any sort of service industry, just being at the bottom and knowing that without you, it would fail, but they will take advantage of you. Yeah.
So that is awful, but it kind of makes you fall in love with her pretty quick. I think you feel for her because you know I can kind of personally relate to kind of just feeling like if I don't do it, it's not going to get done.
Exactly. And with the runners, the stakes are very high. It is literally people's lives. And you can see in the first issue that there is an imbalance of kind of who does what and who reaps the benefits, which is kind of what I wanted to explore. And over the course of the book, Daisy kind of goes from being almost like drinking the Kool-Aid on it and being like, yes, this has to be done. The greater good is what's important to, hey, we can all work towards doing this thing and making sure people survive. I don't have to die for everyone else to live. That's not necessary. So.
Well, cool. That sounds like a hell of a hook. It definitely has me excited. And
Oh, I forgot one thing.
okay.
There are zombies.
Oh yeah. How do we just? Oh yeah. But they're not like other things I've seen. They're like these weird plant zombie things.
They are very much like the rest of the environment, very alive in a different way.
Yeah.
They're not dead per se, but this disease that kind of swept over the earth made them incredibly fertile to just in general. They're like the loamiest, best earth to grow things on, and so seeds will kind of filter into whatever crevice and orifice and bloom into something like this.
Yeah, you can see it looks really cool on the. That's what I like about this cover so much.
And we definitely play with kind of the different plants and where they are and kind of what you will see, because there's a couple of scenes with a lot of them and you'll see, oh, this person was clearly a farmer because they have like wheat growing out of their face or stuff like that. So there's it's a good time.
Well, cool. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm super excited for. I would say I'm excited for this issue. I already read this issue, but I'm excited for more of this series. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. We threw in a couple of things at the end that were a lot of fun. Each issue, each issue has a 4-page short story, and subsequent issues they'll be drawn by different artists. So we have a guest artist in every issue for the last 4 pages. So.
Well, very cool. Who doesn't love special guests? And speaking of, thanks so much for being our special guest this week, and we loved having you.
Thank you for having me.
First off, I do have to talk about Mara. Now, this book, I had to grab both covers because we've got this really cool cover, of course, by Stanley Lau, Art Germ, who is a fan favorite, but I'm a big fan of Nicholas Scott, so I loved seeing her doing this. Now, this is great because Mara has really been one of the most important parts of the Aquaman mythos for years, and I think Dan Abnett has really done a great job of elevating her to an even higher status, really making Mara one of the most important reasons to read Aquaman. So I'm really enjoying what she's doing in the main book, and I'm really excited to see what happens in this, her solo series. And we've also got the brand new issue of Detective Comics, and this is one where you're going to need a box of tissues. This book, so Detective Comics is like the book that I'm really happy I'm reading and I'm really upset that I'm reading, because it gets me really emotionally invested in characters that I didn't think I was supposed to care about. One of those characters, of course, being Clayface, who we've seen some, let's say, depressing things happen with lately. And now we get to see the follow-up of a lot of that as we see the trial of Batwoman. And I'm really excited to see how this plays out. James Tynion the fourth has done an amazing job on the series, and now that we know that his run is wrapping up soon, I'm really curious to see how he wraps up a lot of these plot threads. He's been doing a great job, and this has been a great read. Now, this one makes me happy. This one is just pure bliss, as we've got The Flash, issue number 41. I grabbed both covers. Why? Because Howard Porter is doing covers for Flash, and that immediately gets my money. But I also had to grab the Carmine DiGiandomenico cover, and what I had to show off in this book is we actually have the art of Carlos D'Anda. And he does not do interior art all too often. He normally does a lot of variant covers, which I really like, and I really liked seeing his art in this book. I've been a fan of his way back since when he was doing Outsiders, and that was like over 10 years ago now at this point. So really happy to see him. And I'm also really happy because we get to see a bunch of speedsters popping up in this book. Of course, Wally West is now, both Wally Wests are now playing a prominent part in this series. And we get to see as well the, well, goodness, I just completely blanked on her name, but we get to see the young lady who gained her speed powers during the Speed Force storm way back at the beginning of Flash when Joshua Williamson first started his run. And now we get to see her popping up again. She has, of course, been in New Superman lately, so really cool. And really cool to just see the Flash book feel like the Flash family again, because for so long it was just the Barry Allen show. But I'm a big fan of the Flash when he's got pals and a team. So really cool book. Now we've got brand new issue of The Silencer, and this is part of DC's New Age of Heroes. So if you guys didn't check out the first issue of Silencer, don't worry, you can come back. We've got it. You know, you don't have to feel bad. You can make up for your past transgressions, because this book is really cool. As we've got a brand new hero who has the ability to nullify all sound around her, which makes her the perfect assassin, but she's retired. She wants out, but she's brought back in. And Talia al Ghul is involved, and I really like the way that this fits in with the existing DC universe, and we get some cool action. We'll just show off some of the action here by John Romita Jr., who, of course, has made a name for himself doing these crazy high-octane action books, even doing that Kick-Ass book that came out 2 weeks ago. So if you're a fan of his, you got to check it out. And, of course, we've got Dan Abnett on that as well. Dan Abnett's doing all these great books. It's a good time to be Dan Abnett. Then we've got the brand new issue of Action Comics, issue number 998. Very fun storyline where we get to see General Zod in a way we haven't seen him before. We get to see the Superman family at a crossroads, and we get to see just some really cool action. So if you are looking to get in before 1,000 to know what's going on, pick it up. It's a lot of fun. We've also got a brand new series, The Terrifics. Now this one, I'm going to have to, of course, it's one of these New Age of Heroes books, and it's issue number 1. So you know it's got a really cool cover that opens right up. We'll close that back up. And you can see that this book is going to be really crazy because it's got some awesome characters. Flip it open. We've got the art of Ivan Reyes as we see Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, and Phantom Girl, as well as Plastic Man. So it's a great cast of characters, and it's really cool because it's fun to see a high concept. It's really fun to, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the pages because this is just so ridiculous. It's Plastic Man pretending to be a giant tongue. That's ridiculous. But this is really fun, and I'm really enjoying the series already. Really excited to see where it goes because Jeff Lemire, I've never read a bad Jeff Lemire book, honestly. Like, all of his DC work has been some of my favorite stuff that they've put out these last few years, so I'm really excited to see him back. Then we have a brand new series from Aftershock. We've got the brand new Rough Riders. Now, this is Ride or Die, so it's not quite a brand new series, but it is a brand new way to jump into it because the Rough Riders book has now run a couple different miniseries. They've each been 6 issues, and it's a good chance to check out the Rough Riders line if you haven't already. And this is really fun because, of course, this is an homage to the cover of their first series. And it's Teddy Roosevelt leading a bunch of people in like some weird steampunk thing. It's awesome. How can you not be into that? Then we have one of the books I wanted to show off is that brand new Buffy the Vampire Slayer Giles book. I always liked Giles and Buffy. I don't know if you guys were big on Giles, but if you weren't, something's wrong with you. But it really is a lot of fun to see that Giles is getting the spotlight, getting a chance to lead the story as the Buffy line of comics really has put out just nothing but quality. Show off some of the fun art here as well. Really cool. Really excited to see the Buffyverse, you know, kind of expand a little bit. Then we've got another cool book that I think is just magic. It's Kiss and Army of Darkness. This is awesome. This is the, like, Neonomicon being, like, transformed by, like, Kiss. And that's really frightening and really unsettling and really cool because I love the Evil Dead movies. I love Army of Darkness as well. And seeing Kiss folded into the fold, I just think that's really fun and really silly. And if you haven't checked out the work of Chad Bowers and Chris Sims, they've been really doing a lot of fun books these last couple years. So seeing them tackle this project looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, one book I had to go ahead and grab was Motor Crush, issue number 10. Motor Crush is one of my favorite books in comics coming out right now. Image has been doing a great job with a number of their books, but there's just something special about Motor Crush as we get to see Domino Swift really going on some crazy adventures, and I'm just a big fan. I really like this cover as well, Cameron Stewart cover here. I always buy both covers on this book because it's just so cool, and it's, if you guys haven't been checking it out, it's Mad Max with motorcycles, and it's got some like Speed Racer thrown in there too, and it's just really fun. It's high-octane action, and it is an exhilarating read. So pick it up. Do it. Now we hit Marvel, and we've got a bunch of good stuff, including the brand new issue of Avengers, No Surrender, issue number 682. And I'm going to get a chance to actually show off some of the art here as we see some crazy battle sequences between the Lethal Legion and the Avengers. And we get to see a couple of Avengers don't really make it through this fight. But the number one reason I've put this book off to the side is the last page. And I'm not showing it to you, but this is a book you want to get for the last page. I cannot stress that enough. I am really excited to see where this goes, as we've seen some cool announcements from Marvel lately, and this seems like it might be setting the stage for a lot of what's to come. Trust me. We've also got the brand new issue of Black Panther, issue number 170. We've had a lot of fun with Ta-Nehisi Coates and Leonard Kirk so far, as, you know, he's gotten to expand and kind of bring in a lot of elements of Black Panther mythology to T'Challa's world that we've missed. So I think it's really cool to see it continuing and expanding, and we get to see Storm and Claw. And what I really like, we'll just open to a random page. You can see Storm with some lightning shooting out of her eyes, which is always really cool. And also, I really like that Ryan Coogler does an interview with Ta-Nehisi Coates at the end. I think that's really great. The cohesion that Marvel has had with Black Panther since the release of the movie, I think it's unparalleled, and I'm really excited to see where the book goes from here, as we know that the Wakandan Empire is going to be expanding very shortly. Then we have the brand new issue of Doctor Strange, and I really liked Damnation. I thought it was a really fantastic start to the series, and now we get to see a bit more of what's going on with Doctor Strange as he finds himself in this towering inferno. And I am very curious to see how he can find his way out. Of course, Ta-Nehisi Coates has done a great job, but I'm actually really happy because we see the return of Nico Henriken, who did some of the art during the Secret Empire arc a few months back. So really happy for this book just to exist. Happy. Happy. This is me happy. Happy. So then we've got a book that makes me sad. Sad. The end of Gwenpool. So Unbelievable Gwenpool has been a really great read. If you guys haven't been checking it out, you've been missing out on one of the most meta books in comics. It really is. As we've seen Gwenpool, who basically knows she's a comic book, and she's aware that her book is ending. So with that in mind, we get to see a very poignant end to one of the more interesting characters to emerge in these last few years of Marvel. A character that Look, you can tell by the cover, she was supposed to just be a funny cover to Deadpool Super Secret Wars, you know, a couple of years ago, and people loved it so much that they latched onto the character, latched onto the concept, latched onto the series for 25 issues, and now she gets a very fitting end. And I'm sad to see this book go, but hopefully we'll see some more Gwenpool in our future. Then we also have something to raise the spirits. We've got Lockjaw #1, a fun little comedy series from Daniel Kibblesmith, who, of course, is known for his comedy writing. And we've got Lockjaw. And just when you open the book up and you just see Lockjaw looking like a derp because he's just this big old silly dog. And that's fun. And I think it's great that they're doing this approach to this fun character that I think this is great for all ages. So no matter who you are, this is the dog for you. Then we've got the brand new issue of Moon Knight, issue number 192. Very cool storyline if you haven't been checking it out. Crazy runs in the family as we see the mythos of Mark Spector explored in a new way, which is really exciting and really rewarding if you are a longtime fan. So check it out. Max Beavis, Jason Burrows doing a really incredible job. And then one of the big books of the week is Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 300. And I grabbed the Scotty Young cover here because I think it's absolutely darling. And I'm going to flip through, and it's an oversized issue. So you know we've got a lot of crazy action. We've got the art of Adam Kubert, but it's not Kubert alone. Let's see. Let's go off these names. We've got Adam Kubert. We've got Juan Frigeri. We've got... Wow, that's a lot of Kubert. Wow, he goes all in on this issue. This is actually almost entirely Adam Kubert's art. So that's really cool because this is a supersized issue, so you don't always get that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. That makes me really happy, and this book has made me really happy. If you haven't been checking it out, Chip Zdarsky's been doing a really incredible job. And what I like as well is that they include a nice cover gallery at the end of the book that showcases all 300 covers that he's had in the past. So very fun. And let's see if he's got that good old... Yep. You can't really see it because it's so tiny, but it starts off with, try not to show you the spoilers, but with the tarantula. Love the tarantula. Then we've got the brand new issue of X-Men Blue. This is continuing the Poison X storyline, which is leading to some crazy things with the Venom symbiotes. And it's been a really crazy ride as the X-Men have kind of been exposed to the symbiotes, and they're off in space, and now they're like Venomized X-Men, and I've never seen anything like this, so I think it's really fun and really cool. And if you guys haven't been checking it out, Cullen Bunn is doing a great job. Then one collected edition I did want to talk about this week real quick is the Avengers Academy Complete Collection Volume 1. So this has Avengers Academy 1 through 12, Avengers Academy Giant Size number 1, Thunderbolts number 147, and material from Enter the Heroic Age. Really cool that they included that issue of Thunderbolts because that was part of the Scared Straight storyline where they had the kids go to the prison so that they wouldn't become evil. And that's kind of the premise for the series is these are the kids that Norman Osborn messed up so bad that that the Avengers think they're going to become supervillains. And they're dedicating their lives to not being supervillains. And it works out a bit of a mixed bag, some cool stuff. We get some really tragic origins for these characters. We'll just open this up and we'll see the origin of Metal here, who was once this chill surfer dude until he got all of his skin peeled off. Awful. Norman Osborn is a bad dude. So also really cool, if you are a Norman Osborn fan and you're digging what's going on in Spider-Man and you want to see some of his past heinous acts, you can check that out. And then one thing I wanted to grab that is special to the last week of the month, it is Previews Week. And that means that we've got the Previews catalog. Now, what's the Previews catalog, you might ask? Well, the Previews catalog tells you every single book that is going to be coming out in May in this installment. So it's really cool. It's a great way to check out what's coming out, including some of the new Image books like Rick Remender's new book, Death or Glory, with artist Bengal. And we've also got the launch of Marvel's Fresh Start. So I mentioned it before, we've got this really cool Jim Cheung piece, as Marvel's got a lot of exciting projects coming on. So if you want to find out more about them, pick up a Previews. And inside of Previews, you'll find Marvel Previews, which has all the information on Marvel's new books. So it's great, it's exciting, and it's awesome. So pick them up, find out what's coming out, and that's it. That's the week. It's an exciting week in the world of comics. We've got a packed store. I want to give another shout out to Vita Ayala for coming by and talking about her book and doing some awesome stuff that we love. And hopefully you guys will check out The Wilds. Hopefully you guys will check out tons of comics. Come by, shop with us online on midtowncomics.com, and we'll see you soon. Did you dig the video? Make sure to hit the like button and press share and subscribe Spread the word. Talk about some great comics. Let us know what you guys are checking out this week in the comments section below. And let us know what you guys want to see from our future video content. We've got a lot of really big plans coming for you guys. We want you to be involved, and hopefully we'll see you soon.